This is Bobovr S3 Pro, probably the best head strap in the world. At least if you ask anywhere on Reddit, on Facebook groups, what is the best head strap you can buy, many people recommend this one. I bought it with my own money before I even thought about starting this YouTube channel. And today I will tell you everything about it. I use it for a long time already, so let's start. Few things make it very special. Fan, which blows air on our forehead. They call it air conditioning system, but it has nothing to do with air conditioner, of course. It's only fan. Here we have very accurate battery level indicator. And this battery is 35 watt hours, which is about 10,000 milliampere hours. I will make a whole chapter about this battery. However, to use it full potential, you will need also this charging dock. It can charge 3 batteries at once, and I will make a whole video about it. This is also the only head strap I know without front strap. Here I can put hand inside because it's nothing here. Normally there's strap here connecting this part with this. This head strap is so rigid, so stable that no matter how you set it, like this or like this, it stays. So this front head strap is not necessary anymore. And because this is so stable, it means that if I remove the facial interface and I will wear this without it, it's not falling down. It will be extremely stable. I can move, I can do whatever I want. It's not perfect. It's not like my normal glasses. If I move my head, it also moves a little bit. But it's much better than, for example, M3 Pro from Bobovr. And for mixed reality, this is a game changer. I use this head strap most of the time this way. Maybe not anymore, but many weeks ago I used almost only mixed reality for a long time. And with this head strap, it's super comfortable. Oh, and if you wonder why it was so easy for me to remove and for attach the facial interface, I will make a review of it. It's magnetic from Globular Cluster. But now more about this head strap. So, is it really so comfortable? For me, it is. It's better than M3 Pro and better than any other head strap I use. And I live in Thailand, so it's hot here. I'm not always using air conditioning, sometimes I don't need it. And even if it's 29-30 degrees, it's still okay to use it. I'm sweating much less than in any other head strap. More about fan later, but I would like to talk more about comfort now. I did a few adjustments. This can be removed now. Or if you don't want to remove it totally, there are a few positions. So this is totally inside. Like this, it will be better visible. It could be like this or like this. But I removed it completely. For me, this way it's more comfortable. I have small head, S size, and I don't feel that I need it. When I remove it, it's the best for me. I also changed this part. As you see, I use this one. It was in the box. Normally, something like this is pre-installed. For me, there is not huge difference between both of them, but this is a little bit better. I know that people, for example, with long hair, longer than me, like this even more. And also for people without hair at all, sometimes there is difference. For me, both options are okay, but I'm glad that they gave me choice. Bobovr advertised this head strap as comfortable to lay down, because this knob is not outside anymore, it's inside. For example, this is how it looks in most straps. This is M3 Pro, and you see the difference. So this really is more comfortable to laying down. However, I wouldn't call it really comfortable. It's better, but it's still not great. The good thing is that instead of laying down like this, I can put it a little bit higher, and then this is on top of my head, this is resting on the headrest, and it's more comfortable than before. And about this knob, if you set it like this, it will stay like this. It not move without your intervention. To make it loose, you have to use this knob again. Many cheap head straps doesn't act like this, and they can get loose even if you don't want to. With this one, it will never happen. This part, in some head straps, is loose, in some it's very stable. In this one, it's moving. For me, there's no difference in comfort. Both options are okay. And if you are wondering why I change only one pad behind my head, not both of them, I'm talking about this. There's only one replacement, only for the bottom part. In M3 Pro, we had two of them. We could change also this one, but here there's only one. I don't feel that I need to change it, but maybe some people need it, I don't know. However, if you damage it, it can be removed, replaced. This and the same with this. A lot of people have this M3 Pro and want to switch to S3 Pro, so this is the difference. This is much bigger than here. And this, you can see how big difference there is. The whole S3 Pro is much bigger. This one is easier to transport. With this one, where it was, here was headset, I could just put this like that, put controllers, battery here, controllers on top, and the whole thing was very small. With this one, it's not possible anymore. This one can't go inside. This make it impossible. I mean, you can put it like this, but there's huge difference between both of them. So this one for transport was much better for me. This one, I transport a different way. I make it small, and I push this inside, like that. And I can put it down to sling, for example. However, this works only if I don't use this part here on top. Those make it impossible in this one. So the whole head strap is bigger now. It's better for big heads, but as I said before, this is S size. So for me, there's no difference. But I will show you the size. This is too small to measure it, so I will use different one. Here is about 18.5 centimeter. But there's also cushioning, so it will be a little bit less, depends how much you squish it. However, on my head, this doesn't touch me at all. Here I have little empty space between this and my head, and here this part touches my head all the time. And here about 24 centimeters to this part. So this one the same like in M3 Pro. And I'm not sure if you noticed this on video, but color match between head strap and Quest is much better now. In fact, it's perfect. I cannot see any difference between this and this. Like every part of this looks like made by Meta. Even the battery looks so much similar. And the head strap, both color and structure, like look at the details. I don't think I have good enough camera here, but you can believe me, this and this is almost the same. In any other head straps, I saw bigger differences in color and structure than in this one. The most interesting part of this head strap is its fan, so let's talk more about it. Normally this shows battery level, but if I click this wheel, now it's fan. 73%, I can make it lower. About 15% is very quiet. If I put it higher, it starts to be more loud. Right now, it's still okay. It's about 30%. But every 5%, I can feel and I can hear the difference. And about 50, it's already pretty loud. Maximum is about 73. If I make it higher, sound level is the same, but also airflow, I don't feel that it increases. So in my case, it works between 1% and 73%. Of course, most of us use Quest for playing games, so there's a lot of noise from speakers or from headphones, and I don't hear so much fun when I play. So I often play even on maximum speed. However, there's a strange thing. I like to play with AirPods Pro, second generation. They have really good ANC, but it doesn't work with this frequency from this fan. I can still hear it all the time. Like it doesn't help at all. And when I'm in airplane, these headphones can turn off airplane's jet engine, and they cannot do anything with this sound from this fan. But normally it doesn't matter because, as I said, we have sound from the game. But maybe I can show you the noise from this. This is 15%. %, 40, 50, 60, 70, 73, and now I'm increasing, but probably there will be no difference. As I said, this is 100%, and as I said, it's the same for me between 73 and 100. Okay, so when fun makes difference and when not at all. When I'm racing cars, I'm in my sim racing cockpit. There is no difference at all. I have fans there already blowing on my face, and most of people have them. So it's normal. In sim racing cockpit, you install fan as fast as possible. This is one of the first upgrades anyone make. So this change nothing. When I'm playing games with facial interface, big facial interface like AMVR, this one. very small difference. This facial interface is so high that it covers almost all forehead. And it's even hard to use this head strap with this facial interface. I will show you why in 1 minute. When I'm using different facial interfaces, like normal, the default one, or facial interfaces like from Kiwi Design or from Globular Cluster or any normal size facial interface, then the difference is huge. Like, it really cools down the forehead, and I'm sweating much less, not only on my forehead, but on the whole face. It really makes huge difference. When I'm without facial interface, then it's like it changed everything. The fan makes the biggest difference then. So for mixed reality, this is, for me right now, this is must have. This is so good, because this blows not only on forehead anymore, but everywhere, here in this area, on the whole face. Fan blows from this, between the cushion and the plastic. Here's small space, and the air goes from here, and also from here. And this is enough to cool down the whole head. It's so good, but normally I didn't even feel that I need this fan when I was using headset without facial interface. I thought that my face temperature is normal, that it's not warm. However, after using the fan and then turning it off, then I realize how big difference it makes. It's huge. It's so huge. So I really recommend you to try it without facial interface, but with fan. Even on a low speed, it's already make huge difference. And now I have AMVR facial interface, and you see already how big it is. It covers all the space between Halo and Quest, and I will show you why it's a problem. So to wear this comfortable on my head, I have to set this angle on Quest. I cannot put it like this or lower. It has to be like this, because this is my face shape. And now there is no space at all between this and this. If I want to have this higher or lower, I can't do anything. To put this lower, the angle here have to be different, had to be like this. And now I can make it lower. But at this point, this doesn't touch my forehead anymore. AMVR touches, but this not anymore. So I cannot use it this way. This is the only comfortable position for me. So I still can use it. Some people who need different setup, like some people need this lower to have it comfortable. And for them, this facial interface will be very uncomfortable then. And when I turn on fan, right now it's maximum speed, and I feel nothing. Like maybe a little bit here, but the difference is almost zero. And comparing to the other facial interfaces that I mentioned before, where the difference was huge and now almost nothing, it's like wasting all this fun for nothing. And now the same with Globular Cluster Halo version. They have also 4 Elite straps, and it's bigger, like AMVR almost, but you see how much space is here. And now, if I want to, I can set it like this. I can do whatever I want. And okay, fun 100%. And even if I put it lower, I feel fun stronger than in AMVR. I'm not sure why, but maybe because it's closer to here to my eyes, to my cheeks. Maybe that's why. And when it's high, the distance is bigger, so it blows mostly on my hair. I don't know, but the difference is very noticeable. This fan doesn't make my eyes dry, not at all. I don't feel any wind on my eyes. I even try to cover vents in the facial interface to see if there is any difference in airflow inside, and I didn't notice it. But possible that there is very slow airflow inside, because, as I said before, my whole face sweats less when I use this fan. Oh, and even if I use this fan on 100%, for battery there's almost no difference. So you don't have to care that your playtime will be shorter after turning on fan. I was curious if it's possible to replace this fan with something super silent like Noctua fan, 40mm, but it's not possible. I took this head strap apart and unfortunately it's not some random 40mm fan inside. It looks like it's custom made just for this head strap. Those batteries are different than in older Bobovr head straps. They are better. They say it's about 10,000 mAh. What it's important for us, it's how many watt hours it is. 35.04. A battery built in Quest has less than 19 watt hours, so this one is much more powerful. What does it mean? Well, we can play much longer, but this is not enough. Like, we have to know how much power we can drain from this battery, not this theoretical number. So I measure that during discharge I can get 31.28 watt hours from this battery. That's good. It means that efficiency of this battery is about 89%. It's a good result. It's not the best of the best, but it's good enough. It's more efficient than the old battery. This power indicator is pretty accurate. For example, when the number here is high, like when battery is almost full, it's almost perfect. Like when it says it's 94%, I measured 93.37. When it's 88%, I measured 86%. So it's very close. However, the lower number, the less accurate it is. And at some point, like for example, when it shows 24%, it was almost 19%. So it's still good. It's still much more precise than, for example, this thing, because it can tell us only that it's between 0 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, and 75 to 100. Here you can see it better. There are 4 LEDs. So here we know that it's more than 25, but this shows that it's 35. So the real number is probably closer to 29%. When this shows about between 3 to 6%, it's usually mean that the battery is almost done, that it will turn off in next few seconds. So the real zero, like the real empty battery, is not when this shows 0 or 1%, It's usually between 3 to 6%. At least this is the case with those batteries that are almost brand new. After some time, after many charging cycles, it could be different. I have one battery that I use for a few weeks, a few months already, and few almost brand new that have about maybe 10 charging cycles, probably not more. This is only input, not output. So you can use it for charging the battery, but not for charging from this battery different devices. Like, for example, I use this. This is Bluetooth dongle. I have a whole video about it. And I cannot connect this to this. It will not work. There are two ways to charge this. This is the first one, and it's 15 watts. So 3 amperes, 5 volts. However, here is the magnetic interface. This is how we connect this to the head strap and to this dock, to this charger. This magnetic interface is much faster. So if you want to charge this battery really fast, you have to spend extra money for this charging dock. For most people, it's not necessary. However, especially if you have more than one Quest with this strap and many people play and you need a lot of power, then this will be for sure great purchase. I will make a whole video about it. So right now let's focus on this battery. If you want to charge it by this slow port, you have to spend about 4 hours. Theoretically, this magnetic interface can charge battery 30 watts and charge Quest from this battery 20 watts. However, I did some tests. I checked what is the real maximum, and maximum for output, so for charging the Quest, it was about 22.4 watt. After this, safety kicks in and charging stopped. So what does it mean for us? This battery is stronger than we need. This battery can deliver so much power that I never seen Quest need so much. I've seen draining about 17 watts and maybe sometimes a little bit more, but I don't think so. So this, even if it's only the official number, the 20 watts, it's still more than we need. Does it mean that we can get Quest on 100% battery all the time? No. I mean, this battery is strong enough to deliver all the power Quest needs, but sometimes Quest needs 15 watts, but it's draining from power source only 9 or even less. I observed this many times, even when there was connected a power source like 100 watt power supply charger. And sometimes it was charging super fast and keep internal battery at 100% all the time. And at some point it didn't anymore. Even if it wasn't hot, even if there was no reason to do it. This is how Quest works, and it's just strange, but it is how it is. Even if this internal battery is draining, it's very slowly. And what's important for us is that if in some game your playtime is 2 hours on the internal battery, with this battery it will be almost 5.5 hours. And if you have 2 batteries like that, it will be almost 9 hours. So for now, this is the most powerful, the best battery in any battery head strap. So you can worry that maybe it's heavy. It's not. 186 grams. The old one from M3 Pro and M2, it was 141 grams. So this one is more heavy, but it delivers twice more energy. So it's like two those batteries, but it's only a little bit more heavy. For example, this power bank is probably one of the most popular power banks used in headsets. It was super popular when Quest 1 was released, and it's 191 grams. This weight is perfect for counterweight. Because of this, this head strap is perfectly balanced. I don't feel that headset is front heavy when I use this. I don't feel it at all. I also don't feel that this back is too heavy. For me, about 200 grams is perfect. So I think that it's great that they choose this weight, this battery. And at the end, what I think could be improved if in a few years they will release this strap for next Quest. I would like them to use more silent fan. Most of the time it's not important, but sometimes, like if I watch Netflix and it's quiet around me, I don't use headphones, it would be cool if I could still sit without air conditioner, have this wind on my face on maximum power and don't hear it. So it could be more quiet fan or two fans instead of one on lower speed. Proximity sensor for fan or some other sensor, like below this cushion, for example, pressure sensor or anything to let know to the strap that I don't wear this head strap anymore. It would be great. Now I have to remember to turn it off. Most of the time it's not a problem, but sometimes it's possible to forget about this and it will not turn off automatically. However, even after a whole night, it won't make big impact on the battery, but if I leave it like this for a few days, it could discharge the battery. I would also like to get adjustment here to move this in front or closer to eyes. I know that it's possible, like I could just slide it in or out, but if I slide it out more, it could be danger for Quest. It could break something, or maybe not for Quest, but yeah, even for Quest, but also for this. It could break something. So to not risk, it would be great to have some knob to adjust it. It would be also great to move this up, like I want to do something on computer and I want to see the monitor, not with mixed reality, but with my own eyes. Right now, I cannot do it. If I try, I have to do it like this. Not so, I have to move also this part. It's like this in almost every head strap, but it can be done different way. It would be also great if we could put this inside, like in M2 Pro, because this part right now is outside. In the past, this was inside. So I showed you already before that in the past, in the old head strap, we could put this very deep inside and this way save a lot of space when we travel. And for people who don't like those parts having attached here, but if without it is for them also uncomfortable, it would be great if we could have here rubber. It was very popular in the past for people to install rubber in elite straps and in many other head straps from here to here. it makes head strap very comfortable at very low cost. Like, it would cost only a few cents and make this comfortable for many more people. However, for probably 90% or even more, this will be great anyway. And what I like, you know already, especially overall comfort. It's amazing how comfortable it is. I can wear it most of the day and don't feel it. Build quality of this is better than in any other head strap I had. Comfort without, especially without facial interface, also so good. Fun makes huge difference, especially without facial interface again. And battery, the best battery, especially with this, with charging dock. It's so good. This head strap is so good. It's worth the money. It's very expensive, but at the same time, it doesn't really have any competition. Every other head straps are without fan, with worst batteries, so it's hard to compare it. It's just on a different level. I highly recommend it, but if you want something cheaper, I have already reviews on my channel, and they will be much more in the future. And of course, soon, probably in a few days, there will be long video about this one. Maybe not long video, but I will test everything and I will show you everything about this charging dock and about charging speed of batteries in this. So subscribe for more and see you.